The Orange County Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. initiative seeks to honor Dr. King's legacy and carry out his commitment to civil rights, nonviolence, and justice for all. Here to speak about what these actions look like is co-chair of the initiative and radio personality, Monica May.
Hey, how are
Hi.
you?
Great, how are you?
Doing wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks so much for joining us. It really is a pleasure, and I'm excited to hear about you and what you do with the initiative. Tell us about yourself.
So we started the initiative probably about 2 years ago in 2019, before COVID. And we chose about 30 committed community members, and we would meet in the mayor's chambers, and we would discuss events and opportunities for us to show the community, Orange County community, what it's like to be a part of the educational growth and the opportunities that just speak to Dr. King.
What got you interested and how did you get involved?
The mayor actually asked
Okay.
if I would do the co-chair part, and he wanted me to help him find somebody who could spring diversity, just speak to diversity. And so Lisa Bachman, who was formerly one of the directors over at the Holocaust Center, was my go-to person, and she and I have been riding shots for each other ever since then. So, and we work well together.
What are the focus areas of the initiative and what programs have been able to spin off from it?
So nonviolence, of course. We do an educational piece where we have books donated to different Head Start organizations, and we will go and read. We sponsor the books ourselves individually. We don't have a budget for this, so if we spend any money, it's very minimal. But that's what we do. We've hosted several conversations online, and they've been very well attended. We've talked about everything from social justice to also just recently the LGBTQ attending church and what that looks like in the Black community as well. And so we had some pastors on to have a discussion with Dr. Earl Mawad, that's one of our committee members.
Yeah, very interesting discussion.
It was quite an interesting discussion. And to be honest with you,
I know I've had that conversation with people too.
Yeah. So one of the more recent discussions that we had was kind of a spin-off. During Pride Week, I had an opportunity to sit in on a workshop, a session that Dr. Earl Mowat, who is with the Pulse Foundation and also one of our committee members, led. And the research showed that the brunt of shaming and the shutout feeling that most LGBTQ members would feel would be from the Black church, Black pastors in particular. So I said, well, how come there were none on that panel? And he said no one would really come on board. And that's it's a personal experience, first of all. And then some people might think that you are condoning or putting down one way or the other. So I said, well, let's see if we can find some Black pastors. And we did. From St. Mark AME Church, we got Pastor Terrence Gray and then also Pastor Sharon Riley. And then we had a beautiful transgender woman on with us, and we had a very lively discussion. So the information that we share is always informational, educational, and it really hits a button in the African American community. So that was one of the most recent ones. We love, like I said earlier, reading is another one, and then we've done several things. So we focus all year round. 12 months out of the year, we try to focus on something that would submit to Dr. King's legacy.
Yeah. And I know before we used to have we had an MLK committee, but it was more just focused on the parade and that rather than all year round. And,
Probably so. The mayor's choice was to have it as a year-round function or committee that works to improve the life of Orange County residents.
Yeah. How can our viewers find out about the latest news and upcoming events? Do you have a Facebook page or somewhere where people can join and get notifications?
Very good question. It is ocfl.net, MLK Initiative. Everything that we do, you can find photos there. We've done food drives. Well, so many things that we've done in the community in the last 2 years that we've all been together. And everybody still continues to participate. You know how some committees, you'll stay maybe 6 months to a year? We've not had any committee members leave, not really. So it's a working committee, and everybody is really engrossed with the work that we're doing.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with our viewers?
Just that I think it's a wonderful opportunity for Orange County residents to come together. I think it is a great way for us to go into unincorporated areas and bring the teachings of Dr. King there, have open discussions to talk about racial inequality, to just talk about what's right, what's wrong, and how we can make this a better society for all humanity.
Yeah.
So when we are in your neighborhood, your neck of the woods, just keep checking with ocfl.net MLK Initiative.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this information and for being involved. I know
Absolutely.
volunteering your time for free is always something that not many people want to do. So we really value when people do it, and it's really highly appreciated.
Absolutely. I couldn't think of a better way to spend my free time. And you know, and it's funny, now that I'm not doing the radio piece anymore, you would say, oh, she's got a lot of time. But you really don't when you work for yourself. So I carve the time out and I make sure that I can participate. There's always work to be done. You know that, Commissioner. And, you know, what better way to give back than to speak on the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.